When I first arrived in KL, my impressions, well, I came back here I was here in 2003, and you know, my impressions were that it was going to be hot, that it rained every now and again because of the time that I came. Where I'm staying in particular, I don't remember there being this many buildings and it being so built up and almost European to an extent. And I feel like even the language side of things as well, I was very surprised by how good everybody's English is. So pleasantly surprised is the word. Yeah, so when I visited Astro, I was very surprised actually by the magnitude and the size of the company, if I'm honest. All the radio stations, the television stations there, it's a huge production that they're doing at Astro, and it's a brilliant job that they're putting together. But yeah, I think the overriding factor was I was shocked when I walked in. It was a huge organisation, and it's a company that's obviously growing in the market. Adam, you know, Paul, they were really nice to work with. That was kind of the unknown. I didn't know what to expect from my other pundits that I was working with. Sometimes when an outsider comes into a certain environment, especially with pundits, they can feel a little bit threatened. And it was nice that they didn't feel that. They was welcoming. You know, they'd show me parts of the city, and we helped each other throughout each game. So I think just working with the pundits has been it's been a new experience for me, because I didn't know any of them, completely brand new. And you have to get to know your pundits and when they like to talk and how much they like to talk, and you know, when to butt in, when to not. And I feel like you know, we sit there comfortably next to each other now and get on really well. So it was great working with them. I remember when I was at Spurs and we had Berbatov, Keane and Defoe. And Defoe just kind of wanted to feel valued. He didn't go in there screaming and shouting saying, I want X, Y and Z. You know, he just said, look, exactly what you said. He says, I know Kino and Dimitar Berbatov are your two top strikers. I want to be a part of this club and I think I'm worth this. Yeah, so working with June and Stan on Football Countdown, I really like that show. I really like it. We do something similar in England, but it's on radio. What it is from a pundit's point of view, it helps you tune in to games at the weekend. So when you're working on the Saturday and the Sunday doing the games, you've already had good conversations about certain things leading up to that week and what you think's going to happen. And obviously June and Stan, they do a great job. When I first arrived, I watched them on the show with Steve as well, and they all had their own little bits of insight from their own experiences of, you know, Stan playing out here, Steve working obviously back in England when he was, and working here when he was playing as well. So all those little experiences that we've all had, I think being able to give that, you know, to the people on a Friday night gets them ready for the football as well. And it's something that, yeah, I really enjoyed it actually. It was a good show. Meeting obviously the fans that came for the more intimate lunch and chat and stuff was great. You know, for them it was perfect. There's one language in the world that everyone understands, and it's football. You can sit there and talk about football for hours if you're a real football fan, and these lads obviously were. They just wanted a little bit more insight, you know, as to what happens, what certain people were like, what happens behind the scenes, what happens at the training ground, what's happening with transfer situations, and I've lived it, and I'm still good friends with a lot of those people. So it was a great opportunity for them to pick my brains as to why they're so frustrated at the minute watching Tottenham play, and why can't we change this, why can't we change that. So we had a good debate about formations and players and kind of the history of the club while I was there, and it was nice that they got that opportunity to do that. And also nice, you know, when you're a player, you're very guarded. You're very much like, oh, why are you asking me that? You're going to tell somebody something. But then when you're on the other side of the coin and you're, you know, I'm not playing for Spurs anymore. At the minute, I'm not playing football. I might go back into it, but it was nice for me to just have a free conversation as almost a friend and just say, well, this is exactly how it happens, rather than the rumours. I was able to give them facts on, you know, this is why things are happening, but be patient. Things may change. Meeting my fans at the meet and greet was quite humbling. It was a great turnout, really good turnout. And Amelia was there doing working as a presenter. She did a fantastic job. The Spurs supporters here there's a lot. There's a lot of Spurs supporters here, and it's something I don't think maybe as players or even the Spurs fans back home realise how much support they've got all this way across the world. And like I said, it was really humbling. There's people who came to see me who've really followed my career from Newcastle, from Forest to Newcastle to Spurs to QPR, and it was great to be able to share a couple of moments with them, have some pictures for them to be able to see me, have a conversation with me, and made me feel like it should happen more often for them, because they're very loyal, supportive fans, and I think it was good for us both to have for me to see it, that wow, this actually happens, you know, rather than being kind of naive and just staying in England and not knowing what happens. It was great for me to see it, but also, you know, from their point of view, it was great for them to actually see someone that they've watched and probably been able to be a part of their memories. So I was very grateful to all my fans of KL. So I want to say thank you, you know, for them to come out and see me.